What's going on to all the kings and queens? what what's going on to all the kings and queens out there? Welcome to another episode of the Wakanime Nation podcast. I'm your host Hisagi, joined by my brother Hook. What's going on, player?
What's up, man? How you doing today?
I am doing good. It's nice. It's sunny outside. I'm feeling good. How's everything going?
I mean, today's another day, but it's always a great day when we talk about One Piece, right?
And yeah, that it's begun.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
I'm
so
just glad to say that this is our new topic, One Piece 1 to 1,000. Um, I'm sorry to take over like this. Let me just start off at the beginning. Asagi, why are we here?
so we are here because a long time ago,
How long ago was
uh
that?
after COVID, but a long time ago we made a deal. I'm a huge Tower of God fan, and all of you may have peep game. Hook loves One Piece. So we basically talked about me reading One Piece and finally catching up because it was the least bottom of the barrel of the big three for me. And you know, Hook was like, "Yeah, I'll you read you read One Piece and I'll read Tower of God." So basically, I think it was like every two chapters of Tower of God you read, one chapter of One Piece,
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah, it was like that. And I plowed through it like easy. I was like, all right, I
Of
got to
course you
read
did.
this. No, no, it's not because it was that great. It's because I wanted you to get
Really?
through One Piece because you were like dragging your feet, like how many chapters you read? I ain't trying to go too far because when you stop, I'ma stop. And I was like, oh,
Wait,
so I got to keep
Hook,
going.
you go play games with these people like
No,
that?
it's like that's really how it was. Like I was just like, let me get because I kept checking up, like, where are you at? Where are you at? You're like, oh, I'm just on chapter 70. I'm like, bruh, what are you doing? Like, we supposed to keep up. And you ain't keeping up. You fell behind. And I was like, yeah. And then by the time I finished it, I was like, man, you just gotta do the whole thing now. If you would have caught up and said you can't do it, I would have been cool with it. But then you took so long that I caught up to Tower of God. And you were just like, I'm on Jaya arc, and I was like, bro, you ain't even know what you just started. You a little pup out here.
Okay, but I mean, we'll get into this, but it was just so tough. It was so tough. Tower of God launches you like off of the cliff after I mean, season one is just a banger, and then One Piece is just straddling the fence. And anywho,
And then
but
next thing
yeah,
you know, it's
we
like a rocket. It's just like
all of that.
all
But
that.
we're here. We're here.
Mm-hmm.
And this is gonna be dope. We're not gonna do 1,000 episodes, but we're gonna talk about One Piece because you know I don't want to waste my time.
Dang. I mean, you were the one that said you wanted to use this newfound information you've learned. And I was like, all right, we can just
That's true.
do because they hit that 1,000 chapter mark, and I was like, word. So what we could do is break down each character from each like their role that they controlled and break them down from each arc and see how if they have or haven't grown. And one of us thinks they haven't grown much. I'm not gonna say names. And
Wait, Hook. When you say we're gonna break down each character, are you talking about the Straw Hats, or do we get to talk about other people like Law?
we'll do
And
the straw hats, and then maybe we'll mention somebody else here and there because I know you have a strong affiliation to some people. Some crews don't even only got their captain, and that's it, and they somehow in the new world. It don't make sense.
hey, that's Oda's fault. That's your boy.
Oh no
He
no no! It ain't Oda fault. It's the captain. He should have been better. He should have took care of his crew.
Here we go. Go ahead.
So
Let's move it.
so yeah. So as we started, we had to break down like how many arcs there were, how many chapters, how many episodes for those chapters, and then we broke down like our ranking. Well, I gave Asagi a little write out sheet, and he did his own thing. So he even made his own little grading scale from like a 0 to 5. Do you want to go over the grading scale? Or you want me to go over it?
Nah, you walk us through it, fam. Walk us through it.
All right. So like we had a 0, and 0 was like I didn't really like this arc. We had a one saying like it was a cool arc. A two said it was good, but no desire to watch it again. A
Not at
three
all.
is not great, but good. I mean, not great, but good. Has rewatchable moments and may have dragged. And then we had five was oh no, I'm sorry, I skipped the number four was that it was great. This is awesome. I don't mind rewatching the entire arc. And five was like it was a peak One Piece. Like this is what we came here for. And seeing that, I saw like Hisagi. It took him a while to get to those fives. And once those fives started coming, it was just like straight bangers. And he was just like, man, I can't stop. It just takes a while. It's like it's like finding gold. It takes some time. And then overall, like after we ranked everything arc by arc, like Hisagi was sitting there like a three. So like he said it was good, not great, and he could watch all over again. Some
Three,
parts.
three. That was like my average score after like I ranked everything.
Right, right. Yeah, you had a three.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
And then I had like a 3.5 because I was like, man, this thing is like I just need One Piece to like start getting towards like the wrap up, or not the wrap up, but the big fight that I know is going to come eventually down the line. So that's why I
Fully.
leave it at like hopefully. Nah, Oda gonna get there. Oda's already written the whole thing out. He's just animating it at his own pace. And I'm fine with that. I'm cool with that. It's fine.
Jeez.
It's fine.
We'll, we'll see. At the pace Oda moving, I might have me a whole captain of my. I might be the captain of my own crew around
Nah,
here.
you would never. You would never.
Yeah, you know what? It's cool. But
Whatever.
yeah, let's talk about it. How I don't know the first like I don't know arcs or first few arcs. What is
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
called?
That was the East Blue. Like the East Blue had their own arcs. Yeah, the Romance,
Okay.
Dawn, Orange, Orangetown, Cyrilville, Baratier, Arlong Park, and Logtown. Like out of those, what do you think was like your favorite arc out of all those?
I would favorite. I would say Arlong Park because with Arlong Park, that was the arc where I feel like everything came together with the Straw Hat crew. It was kind of like the arc dedicated to Nami. Everyone got an arc, I guess, but
Mm-hmm.
Nami, except for Zoro. But anywho, Nami finally
He had
like,
Orangetown. What are you talking about?
yeah, it wasn't really like his. I
The
guess
man was strapped up, getting ready to be
you're
killed.
right.
Like it
You're
was
right.
it
You're
was
right.
his art. Like what?
You're right.
Like,
You're right. All right. I'm tripping. But nah, Nami had her little. It was her arc where it explored her backstory, where she came from, and I like the fact that basically the entire crew had her back, in spite of the alleged betrayal. I didn't like the East Blue arcs that. I mean, in general, like you talked about the pacing with you and Tower God versus me with One Piece. And like surprisingly, like the East Blue was where I fell off like a decade and a half ago when I first started trying to watch One Piece. I just couldn't do it. It was like, what 4 Kids TV tried, couldn't do it, try to go back to it, still couldn't do it. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna say it. One Piece is the bottom of the barrel of the big three. But Arlong Park definitely, I loved it. It has some memorable moments. Obviously Luffy's battle with Arlong, and then the whole Mihawk introduction, which is that technically the beginning or
that was Baratier.
okay,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
anywho,
He got cut up before he didn't even get to fight on the Baratier. He was like, man, I'm just gonna sit on this ship and sulk, and that's what he
right,
did.
and yeah. So that, and then I love that moment where Nami was basically crying out for help, and the whole crew showed up. It was pretty nice. And the fish, that was kind of like our introduction to the quote unquote fishman pirates. It was like a I don't know, prelude to the fishman pirates that showed up later on. So that arc also made me appreciate Oda's ability for like foreshadowing as well. Like when it comes to foreshadowing, I think he's probably top 3 or 2 for me
Hmm. So
out
like
of all.
out of all of them,
Oh, yeah, out of all the manga artists and animes, I think One Piece, the way Oda uses like foreshadowing. I'm just talking about that foreshadowing. Like it's up there. He's amazing at it.
I appreciate you, changing your tune on it. because this is a hard part to get through. Because out of all these, my favorite was like Logtown, because it was just like you saw Dragon, you saw Smoker, you saw everybody that he fought up to them, pretty much until except Arlong and Don Krieg. But it was nice to see that Luffy wasn't just gonna breeze through everybody, and the Marines were actually a force. It wasn't just somebody that
Okay.
they could just run from. Because so far they saw the Marines, but everybody knew the well. It's told to us that the Marines in the East Blue are the weakest because the pirates in the East Blue are the weakest. And Luffy, he was different than the rest of them. He didn't need a crew, and that's why like Logtown was nice because even though we don't know who Dragon is or what's going on, how fruits work, because we saw the smoke fruit for the first time. But it was just a lot
That's
of a
right.
lot of new things, and we also got to see a little bit of Goldie Roger and where he got killed at, and you're like, dang, why do you let himself be captured and all that? But it's something that we have a journey for. And
Archer is from the East Blue.
no, that I believe so. I think he was. I think they killed him in his town. Yeah, I think he's from the East Blue.
Oh, okay. I get it. So, yeah, most of the pirates that we met throughout the series are from other places, but there are like those very few diamonds that are from the East Blue that's really strong.
I mean,
I
Sanji
get it.
is it from the East Blue? He's one of the only few that came from the West.
That's right. Well, yeah, most of them are like from the West Blue and the like those cities along the Grand Line, I guess.
Right. So
Yeah.
like,
Okay.
just since we're speaking on development, did you see any development in the pirate crew from any of the East Blue arcs, or is it like too soon?
I think I saw development for all the characters. Um the what kind of bothered me though was that I felt like it was unnecessary. And it sucks because like a lot of animes I watch and I want the side characters to get development, and Oda gives these side characters a lot of development. Like he dedicated an arc to each of like to Sanji, to Nami, he who will not be named,
Wow.
and did Zoro. So it was it was a lot. He dedicated a lot of time to like the side characters and barely any to Luffy, which is fine. But yeah, I think everyone got some good development. We found it. One of the things I think with each of them that I saw for every arc is like starting off each of their character arcs, they didn't really have a reason to be with Luffy. But by the end of each of their arcs, I actually saw, okay, there's a reason something happened in this person's life that they want to go on this adventure with Luffy and his pirate crew. So
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, I just like the fact that they just didn't say like, oh, you're going there, I'll go with you, and then they just happen to just go along with each other. It showed that there was a reason why they're all together, and Luffy wanted to bring all their dreams true. That's why he invited them on the ship.
true.
So once they got past
True.
Logtown, though, like they ended up hitting the Grand Line, and in the Grand Line, that was a pretty big area. Did you have a favorite arc in the Grand Line?
Where does the Grand Line, where would it cut off at? Can I go
So
all the way until they get to Sabaody Archipelago?
I mean, I go all the way to like the post-war arc. So like right before the time skip, that's where I always like
Okay.
stop it at.
If that's the case, my favorite arc was definitely Sabaody Archipelago. Sabaody Archipelago might be my favorite arc in One Piece, period.
Hmm.
Point blank, period. Like, as we talk about One Piece, I'm gonna bring up Sabaody Archipelago a lot, and I probably should figure out other arcs to talk about more. But I think that was my favorite along the Grand Line. Just because one, like it had a mix of everything. It started off with comedy with Sanji, the fake Sanji guy, which was I thought pretty hilarious.
Wait. So,
And
so
then
are you talking about the return? Or are you talking about the actual arc?
I'm talking about pre, basically Sabaody Archipelago before the time skip.
Oh, the guy
So
with the flying fish.
yes,
Okay, right.
him. So I thought that whole subplot or whatever was hilarious. Uh, The Sanji, I don't think they've ever got his face right on a wanted poster. But
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
moving
yeah.
on.
Eventually down the line, they eventually got it right.
Right. And then moving on from there, we go from that to the system of slavery with the celestial dragons, which I thought was like written beautifully and handled amazingly. And then we go from there to meeting basic finding out more about Goldie Roger and his crew from Rayleigh, which is his vice captain. And then we also get introduced to all of the supernovas, which it's just so much. The story was expanded so much, and then we get this cool moment. Luffy always punches somebody, but
Hmm.
when he actually punches the celestial dragon, that's one of the most satisfying moments in all of One Piece. And then we are also introduced to Conquerors Hockey. Like that was the first time we've seen someone use Conquerors Hockey, I believe. I'm pretty sure that's the very first time. So it
Eh.
was that was amazing. I was like, damn, what was that? What was that? Really just he took everybody out. So yeah, I thought that was cool all the way until the end. With you know the introduction of is it Kizaru? Kizaru, did I
Yeah.
say that right? Yeah, Kizaru, and then we found out that Kuma has the pawpaw fruit and the things that he can do with it, and what he does. Oh my god, jeez. It was just amazing, and I think that was the first time I actually recognized some development in Luffy's character. Like a lot of y'all One Piece heads, like in the forums and all this other stuff, especially y'all argue that Luffy gets some development, and I know that's a topic for another day. But I felt like Luffy never really got any actual character development until we got the Sabaody Archipelago. Um, the way Luffy felt about engaging people in battle at the beginning of the arc and the way he felt at the end was like night and day. Like I loved it. And I'm pretty sure that was not only my favorite arc from like the first half of the Grand Line, but that was probably my favorite arc, like in all of One Piece.
So,
It's
so since
tied.
you
It's
since you
cool.
said your favorite, what do you think is your least favorite in this? In
Oh,
this,
definitely Thriller Bark. Definitely Thriller Bark.
I understand your
No
sentiment.
contest. No contest. Ugh, Thriller Bark was ugh, awful, awful. I honestly, honest. If any of y'all kings and queens are out there and you actually want to try and get through One Piece, it's a monster to try and get through. If you stop in the beginning, I don't blame you. But one thing I will say is once you get to Thriller Bark, it might be more beneficial to go to Wikia and read up on that thing because
I mean, a lot of
it
important
was
things happen there. I wouldn't just be like, just
all of which that you can get from Wikia.
dang. Okay, all right. I mean, if I had to pick my least favorite, it'd be like the Long Ring, Long Land, because like other than Robin getting stolen there, I just felt like it was a lot of missed opportunity per se. You know, we get to see Akainu, but dang, I mean, I don't know. I just didn't enjoy that. I
Wait,
didn't understand.
what you said long? Where was that?
That was like right after Skypiea when the ice guy when you
Was
froze.
that the Davy back fight?
Yeah, the Davy back and all that in there. That was
I
considered
I like that.
wow. So you say like the fact that members of the crew was getting taken, returned the whole game. I was just like, why are we doing this? Like
That was our very first introduction to one of the Navy admirals. You said not Akinu, but it was what's his
Aokiji. Dang, I
name?
said the wrong name.
Ao. Yeah, that's fine.
Dang.
Aokiji. Aokiji. I got you, bro. I got
I
you. I
mean,
know this ain't
you didn't know the name. I corrected you on the
no,
name.
but I knew it was wrong.
That's
I know.
if that's what you're gonna take. You're gonna like you was wrong. I might have been wrong with you, but you was wrong too. You was wrong first. That's what
Pretty
we,
much. I knew I knew I wasn't right, but I knew you were wrong. But yeah,
that's all
like
right.
we got introduced to Aokiji, which I thought was pretty good. We started to see like basically where the pinnacle of power lies in One Piece as far as the Navy is concerned.
Right.
So that was pretty good. And then I liked the Davy back fight. Like I'm hoping that like Oda, he foreshadows a lot. I'm hoping the Davy back fight is one of those things that comes back into play later on.
I
Who
just felt like it was
knows?
wasted time, wasted like nothing happened
What
really, pretty much wasted devil fruits that don't make sense. And I was just like, man, this is a lot that just didn't get
check
used.
check this out though. Do you think the Straw Hats are actually gonna like fight the red hair pirates? Like as if like they're battling good and evil like all the other fights? What
Nah,
if
uh,
the Davy back fight is Oda's way? He's bringing up the Davy back fight again to get them to settle the score with each other. I don't know.
I don't know. I just felt like
Okay.
Foxy and all those nonchalant characters, which I can't even remember their names, and
But
it's
he
just,
got the
but that's the weakest fruit I've ever seen. That's that. Is that what you think? Well, so yeah, I guess you enjoyed that, but yeah, that was my least favorite. And then for my favorite, it'd probably be like the Jaya arc. Like that was some good stuff. We got to see Blackbeard as you know. That's when they begin their story
Okay,
together. Or their
that's
parallels
true.
of like how they are generally the same person. Well, have the same characteristics but different personalities. Do the complete opposite thing. That's like the last time where you see Ace. Really, that's his last interaction is Ace and Blackbeard. So, because that right after that, Blackbeard captured Ace because he was going to turn in Luffy. He was like, "No, I got to find somebody else." And then he found Ace, and I was like, "Wow." And then you also see where he had like where he messed with Nolan, got that story, you know, and it was just a lot of story thinking, and I just like I like the world building. I don't know, like I understand the fights are important. Oda makes great fights. Sometimes he skips a lot of fights, but you know, seeing Bellamy versus Luffy in 2 seconds, seeing how that story continues to play on into the future, I was happy with it. I wasn't mad.
See, Hook, I don't like you at all. See, the kings and queens don't know what you just did,
What do
but
you
you
mean?
low key took a shot at me. See, I like the world building. I like the world
Yeah,
building.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
you think you slick, but I'm gonna let you slide.
I'm
I
just
just know
saying,
I
like out of the big three, can you name a better world building?
we're not gonna start this. We're
I'm just
not.
saying. I mean,
We're not.
we always know Bleach is at the bottom because all we know is the Serite and the city. Like that's all they had. But other than that, Naruto right there. You know, we learned about fight. Like we ain't seen nothing else besides the fight. What I'm just saying. You know, we just
Look,
hitting the relief.
anywho,
That's all I knew
you
really. And then some random
you
battlefield where Naruto and Sasuke had their fights at. That's all I really knew.
I'm just letting you know you stood on top of the building. You were crouched down with your sniper and you took a shot at me. I just want you to know I
I'm
saw
sorry.
you.
I'm sorry.
But
I'm sorry. It's
moving
fine.
on
It's
from
fine
there,
though. It's
I
fine.
will say Jaya was good. I actually like Jaya a lot. I was curious though, is Jaya when Whitebeard when we got introduced to Whitebeard through Shanks, or is that the little long land arc? Do you remember at all?
I think that's
I can't remember.
long. I think that's longer in Long Land.
Oh, okay. Never
Another
mind.
reason why you like that arc, huh?
Mm, I thought it was in Jaya,
Oh,
but
okay.
I just think the little long land thing is not as like bad as you think it is.
I
So
guess. I mean, because you basically said it like the development through this arc. You saw Luffy understand that like you can't get these hands. Like somebody can give him these hands, give him that work, and he
right,
had to learn the consequences of that.
right.
So you think there was a development as on a crew level through these arcs?
As a crew, basic. I mean, not really.
Dang.
Look, Oda. I don't know how many chapters went by. Hook. I don't know, and I don't know how many chapters went by. But I thought we were done with the Straw Hat crew, and I don't know why I didn't like realize this, but I thought we were done with all the like full blown character arcs dedicated to the side characters thing once we went up Reverse Mountain, and then I remember, oh shoot, we still gotta pick up Chopper. Like, although I didn't know One Piece, I still knew about Chopper, and then I knew about Robin, and I knew about Brooke. So I'm just like, oh yeah, we gotta pick these people up.
Hmm.
And then Oda continued the foolishness that he's always done. He dedicated whole arcs to these people.
But you
And
you need backstory. Like Oda has done backstory Like people
Right,
don't
right.
realize on the manga, you get cover stories that basically that tells more of a story on the background level. Like
Yeah.
you
While I
don't care
appreciate
about all
it,
that.
while I appreciate it, I think Oda. I've always wanted side character development, but Oda just took it too far. Like he just took it too far.
He's
So
like, I know what you want, but I'm gonna give you some more.
yeah, I will say that whole section dedicated to Robin though, which was Water 7 and then Ennie's lobby and post Ennie's lobby. Oh my god, yeah. Oh my god. It was fire. Fire. Flames.
Mm,
It was scorching. Like it was good. It
mm.
was really good, yeah. I think that was kind of like those three arcs were like peak One Piece. And then offline, I think me and you talked about this, but I think one of the excuses you tried to give Thriller Bark is you told me the reason why you think I didn't like it so much is because it's sandwiched in between like
Two of the
so
best
many good
arcs.
arcs.
Yeah, yeah. Like you would get hit with like, well, you like Long Ring, Long Land, so I'll enter that in there. Then you get Water
S-
Seven, Enies Lobby,
Stack it up.
and then you got Thriller Bark. You're like, wait a minute, what? What? Every mountain has a valley, so that was the valley, and then you got hit with Sabaody Archipelago. So I don't know exactly. Like every mountain has a valley. You can't just keep going up. Like I ain't never met a mountain that was just straight up. There's always a valley. So you got the valley, and you just hated that.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, Reverend Dr. Hook, we hear you.
dang.
Yeah, I didn't I could have done without that valley, and I'll just leave it at that because we
Dang.
were at the bottom of the barrel. That's like the bottom of the barrel of the series for me
Dang. All
as a
right.
whole.
Well, but the thing is, Oda gave us a time skip after the post war arc, and that's what led us into the red line arc, like where they got past underneath the red line to go into the new world. So, like, did you have a favorite passes like the return to Sapa Odi all the way down to the ongoing Wano arc?
Um, my favorite was probably Dressrosa.
Hmm.
Dressrosa dragged, and it was really
Wait. That was
long.
your favorite? You saying it dragged?
Yeah, it was my favorite, but it did
You
drag.
know my favorite
Um,
part of Dressrosa was like the commentary. Like Gas was just going in. It's like Loshi, and I was like, exactly.
no,
And then you got to see
yeah,
Sabo, so that was pretty good. But yeah, I'm gonna let you carry
yeah.
on. I'm gonna let you do your thing.
Sabo came back, which was awesome. Yeah, I really liked Dressrosa. It was really good. I enjoyed all of it. I think once again, you and your little One Piece PhD, I guess. Apart from the um yeah, anywho, you
Yeah. I thank
did.
you for saving yourself there. I was going to have to put you out there.
No, I was just gonna bring up the whole Akainu thing in
You
the
can barely say
beginning,
the
but it's
name, so I don't know what you're trying to do here. You don't know
all
what
right. Sorry. Let me just move on. When I think Dressrosa was the last time prior to the current arc that everyone was together, and I think that was like a big plus for me. Everyone had their role in Dressrosa. Everyone was doing what they needed to do, and most importantly, my dog Law was a big factor in the story. Like Law was pretty much carrying everybody on his back, aside from the guy who I don't want to mention. So
Dang,
yeah,
that's
I thought it
disrespectful.
was
So what are you gonna call him when we actually go over his development?
he who shall not be named.
All right.
Yeah, you can use his name, but I
Oh no,
won't.
I am. I'm not scared to say his name, nor do
Yeah.
I feel like he hasn't been an important character. But yeah,
No, Oda's made him important, but he needs to become unimportant
dang.
sometime soon. It's fine. But what about you? What was your favorite? Was it Dressrosa?
Mine was obviously Wano because that's when all the characters were back
Oh,
together.
that's right.
Like when they
That's
all
right.
meet back up, and now they're in this big giant war. Everybody's playing their role. Everybody's doing what they got to do. Like this is the part of the story where like we're getting towards the big hype, and now everybody's like, okay, I got to do this because I have to make it easier for my captain. This is my role that I have to do, and I got to get done by any means. And it's nice to see that. We haven't seen everybody together since Sabaody Archipelago. So, well, no, since the Return to Fishman arc, and then they've been broken apart, piece by piece, separated, and it's been a long time to have everybody back together once they've had their big two-year power up skip. So, like, I like seeing it.
Dressrosa?
They weren't together.
I guess.
As soon as they
Uh,
got there, Sanji was already whisked off to Zoe. Like it wasn't like they were like, okay, yeah, but they weren't there together that long. And then even in Punk Hazard, people had their
okay.
bodies switched, so you never really got to see what they could really do. Like Fishman Island was just like a blowover. That's why it's my least favorite because they were too strong, and I was just like,
I'm
these
interested in
adversaries
what
aren't even
you.
that strong. What?
I'm interested in what you think about this. Actually, I'm not anymore because I know what you're gonna.
No,
So
no,
the
put it
one
out
I
there. Put it
noticed
out.
y'all. I noticed the
Who's
y'all
y'all?
One Piece.
Who's y'all? I need you to be careful what you say now.
The One Piece OGs, the One Piece gang.
Mm.
Y'all are really divided and split over how y'all feel about Whole Cake Island. And I'm curious, like, how do you feel about it? But then as I was getting ready to ask you the question, the answer that I think you're gonna give is coming to mind. But what did you think about Whole Cake Island?
I thought it was all
Which
right.
side of it?
I mean, I like Sanji to see him get his little power up and his little feats.
Yes.
So I was happy, but I wish I would have seen a little bit more action. It was more of like, but that was the whole point of Luffy going. It wasn't the fight. Like he knew he couldn't beat Big Mom. So, but he also got to, do his own thing. So
And do you hate Big Mom?
I
Y'all
don't
are
hate Big
really
Mom. Big
divided.
Mom is just strong, and she's like a senile old lady at this point. Like she does whatever she wants. We've seen
Okay.
since Whole Cake, well, since Fishman Island, like she does whatever she wants. She don't really care.
Got it. Okay. I wanted to ask because y'all OGs, y'all the gang seems really divided on how they feel about Whole Cake Island and Big Mom. Like I feel like a lot of people are just sick and tired of her because she's also in Wano or Wano, but a lot of people are sick and tired of her. Then you have people like me who are like, I'm happy she's there.
Dang.
Hope she kills Kid. To
Wow.
be
I don't
honest.
think I don't think she's gonna kill Kid. Kid has been through a whole bunch. Like he's there to stay. He's
Yeah.
he's basically Luffy's main adversary because we know Law. He ain't really that strong without his fruit.
Look, I don't
The
know what
the
Oda is
OP, the
doing with
OP fruit that's been getting nerfed
the op.
ever since it got put in. It was like, you know what? I did make it a
Look,
little too strong.
that's
We don't know.
Oda's
We don't know if
fault.
it's a paramecia, a Zoan, a Logia.
That
What is it? You tell me, because I don't even know.
no,
What is it?
that's
Give
Oda's fault. That's Oda's fault. It's definitely a paramecia, but that's is Oda's fault. Oda
the
didn't know
man.
what
The
he.
man can cut people in half and they still alive. Like, what's happening? I
Yeah,
don't know
Oda
what's
ain't know what he was doing when he made that thing. He was like, "Oh, this is a cool power," and he was right.
It's very
But
cool. It's
in
just
battle, he was
it's
like, "Oh, how am I gonna nerf this thing? Oh, I
I
can't.
seen Law
I
get his
can't."
arm cut off, and then he still used it as a weapon. I'm like, what is this man doing?
Right,
What? He's like, yeah, I'm
right.
still in my
It's
operating room. Like, this is my room. And even when I'm
right.
out of
It's a
my room,
lot.
I can still attach it like it's nothing. I'm just like, bruh.
Right. Like we don't know who he can cut in half and who he can't. I'm like, shouldn't he be able to like how does he cut people in half? Oh, hockey. I was like, okay, so the people who like don't have hockey, I mean the people who have strong hockey shouldn't be able to get cut in half, but Smoker got cut in half. Come on, what's going on?
Yeah,
It's a
it don't
lot.
make sense. So, like, what do you think of the journey of One Piece so far? Or as you've caught up, like, what do you think the journey of One Piece is? How do you feel?
And
Do you feel invested like all the rest of us?
hell yeah. Yeah. I mean, after 1,000 plus chapters of my damn life, sorry, yeah, I'm invested. I'm invested. The first, I would say the first 425 chapters of One Piece, it was a drag, and the fact that it took that long for me to actually really like get into it is a bit troubling. But after that, I got a lot of very good One Piece moments. Like, I loved. I, I would say after Skypiea. After
Dang, you
Skypiea,
don't
I
like
don't know
you
where that
saying
ends.
Jaya don't fit in there.
Was Jaya before or after Skypiea? It
Jaya
was
was
before, right
before
before.
Skypiea.
It was the pre-arc to Skypiea. Yeah. I like Jaya, but Skypiea was very long and drawn out, and yeah, I didn't like it. Just I didn't like it. It
Mm,
was just as drawn out as Alabasta,
dang.
but I think after Skypiea, I really liked pretty much every single bit of One Piece after that, except for Thriller Bark.
Okay.
It was amazing. So I think is it worth the journey? In the times of COVID,
Wow. So you're saying
yes.
if there was no panorama happen, you wouldn't have dived into One Piece like you did.
I think it would have taken me a lot longer to catch up.
So
Actually,
you're saying the greatest thing happened through the worst tragedy that's happening during this time. That's what you're saying. Can I quote you on that?
possibly,
Possibly.
you quote it. You could quote yourself, but I think I ain't saying it, but yeah, I see what you said. I could see it.
Because you just said it was worth it. So 1,000+ chapters or not, you invested at this
A-
point.
After chapter 425, like I feel like prior to like chapter the first 400 chapters, it was like that guy.
Yeah, yeah. The guy
It was
I don't care for.
slow.
Wow.
It was slow, but after that, things sped up.
He just reversed the
Water
beam
se-
around, made it a little bit stronger. He's like, you know what? Let's speed this up.
right, Water 7, Ennie's Lobby, post Ennie's Lobby, Sabaody Archipelago, Impel Down, like the Marineford arc, Return to Sabaody Archipelago, Fishman Island, it's a little there, Hulk Zao, Whole Cake Island, like I really like these arcs.
Hmm.
So, Sal, I really like these arcs. I think it was really good One Piece content. All of that was worth it. It's just those arcs, like the first 400 chapters, where he like dedicated a whole arc to a side character. I didn't really enjoy it. But hey, One Piece is about the journey. The journey starts off a bit slow and rocky, but guys, it gets really good
So like
from the middle to the end.
since we've transitioned this far, and you just said it was worth it because it really was. Like I I think you could probably do it all over again in less than half the time. But like,
Absolutely not.
dang, I mean, so just since you said yeah and all that, so like, who do you think is going to be your favorite, least favorite character to like break down during this One Piece 1 to 1,000, saying how they did their role the best or how they've grown the most?
One of my hopes, because you're gonna structure this One Piece series, because you're the one with the PhD. One of my
One
hopes is that,
Piece.
yeah, you're open. You're open, or giving yourself permission to be open to
Yes.
the idea of not talking about he who must not be named and switching him out with law.
Just to be clear, can you say he who must not be named so we know exactly who you're talking about?
I'll let you say it, because for me,
I
he's
don't know what
he
you're
who
talking
must
about. I
not be
have no
named.
clue. I'm sorry. Like I need some help here.
The guy with the long nose. I don't
So
like him at
you talking about Soge King?
nope.
God
The guy
Usopp?
with
The guy with
okay.
one of the highest bounties set? You talking about that guy?
Yeah, I don't like his journey at all. I hate it
Dang.
actually. He's a coward, he's a liar.
He's a sniper.
Um
Snipers have never been known to be close combat or the bravest. They rather, do their action from afar.
look, that's cool and all, but like yeah, I don't really like his character at all. It just doesn't vibe with me, and he's not really the jokes is not really as funny for me from Usopp. I just really don't like his character, and I hate
Dang.
the fact that he's gotten a lot of arcs. Like I feel like he's gotten a lot of attention out of all the side characters. He's gotten the most. So yeah, I'm not really a big fan of a long nose, to be honest with you.
Dang. All right.
But I would love to talk about law instead, but we won't do that.
That's cool. That's cool. I mean, I can't wait for us to break it down, do what we need to do, chop it up, see how we both see how there's a difference. I'm excited for it. Do you have any last words or anything before I try to break this thing down for everybody? Anything for the
I'm
people to
just
give them encouragement to stay along with us as we go down this journey.
I'm gonna just say read the manga instead of watching the anime. The manga is 1,000 times better, and the pacing is 1,000 times better than the anime. However, in terms of watching One Piece, um, I think Water 7 Enies Lobby is worth watching, as well as Sabaody Archipelago and Marineford.
Hmm. Okay. I
Everything
mean,
else you should definitely read.
I recommend doing both. Watching and reading. I did it. It's pretty. I feel like I came out on top. But teach his own. And yeah, I just hope that everybody sticks out with us as we travel down this journey. As we go on this going merry, or the sunny as we call it now, and we enjoy our time as we understand One Piece. I just can't wait to like get into it. Sorry.
You real y'all OGs be real invested.
I mean, I've spent the better part of like over a decade now, so ain't no other
Okay.
choice.
On that note, I have nothing to say. I just wish we can do a Naruto series like this, but it's
Nah,
fine.
I mean, if you want to orchestrate it, we can.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine because I'm pretty sure we'd rather do something else. You rather do like a Tower of God type of breakdown, but I don't know
Yeah,
if you're ready for that.
or talk about Yusuke. That's gonna be good. Anywho,
I haven't watched that yet. Yeah, we definitely got to do that.
right, right. On that note, we appreciate y'all for joining us. Like, subscribe, comment, let us know what you think.
One
Peace.
Piece.
Thanks to all you kings and queens for listening. To get more of the Wakanime Nation podcast by your boys Hisagi and Hooked, join the nation by hitting that subscribe button and check us out on Twitter and the gram. Peace.